Welcome to the Burnt Brass Homestead channel. Eating at restaurants can be expensive. Now, I don't mind paying $40 to $50 per person for a meal at a nice restaurant from time to time. There are days when you are tired from working, chores, homesteading, that you just want to enjoy a meal with family and or friends. No cooking, no dishes, no mess. Just a good meal. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But to be honest, I prefer a home-cooked meal, and I don't mean a prepackaged meal from a box, purchased from the market to warm up in the oven or microwave. I am talking about a meal made from scratch with raw ingredients and no chemicals. For example, this is a meal I made using chickens we raised and butchered right here on the homestead, and an artisan bread my husband made using the flour and other ingredients we have stored in our pantry. It's a rather simple, yet healthy and fulfilling meal. It is smothered chicken with mixed vegetables and warm, fresh baked bread as the carb. And to top it off, we enjoyed a nice homemade drunken apple bread pudding, also made from scratch. I did a video series on starting a 3-month long-term food supply while on a budget. Everything in that first video would have allowed you to put together this meal from scratch. Except for the home-raised chicken, you would have had to use the canned meat if using only the items from that first video. There is absolutely nothing special about me. Everything that I am able to do on this homestead, you too can do. Remember, I am a city girl, born and raised in the city, moved to a rural area, and learned how to homestead. Why is cooking from scratch so important? Hands down, cooking with raw ingredients is cheaper and healthier. Some pre-cooked packaged meals have too many preservatives in it to give it a longer, shelf-stable life. Others have man-made ingredients to enhance the taste, all of which is not healthy. Take, for instance, the spaghetti squash. It has a natural shelf-stable life long enough to get us through the fall and winter months, eating a food rich in vitamins and minerals. While cooking some foods from scratch is a little more time-consuming, food such as this spaghetti squash just needs to be halved, de-seeded, and popped into the oven for 40 minutes to an hour. Same with bread. 3 or 4 ingredients, knead it for 10 minutes, let it rest for a couple hours, put it in the oven. That's it. Maybe the hardest part of cooking from scratch is time management, but this will develop with practice. But ultimately, how can you continue to offer good quality food to your family if the products are no longer available on the shelves or the price becomes so out of reach to purchase? Some areas have no bread, some are short on pasta. Do you know how to make bread or pasta from scratch? Have you tried? I will create a cooking from scratch playlist. I will start with the basics such as making bread and pasta from scratch. Then I will expand from there. All videos related to cooking from scratch will go into that playlist. So I hope that you would consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already done so, to see how we grow, store, and prepare fresh quality homemade foods from scratch.